watched Beetlejuice recently, either a few days ago or a few weeks ago, whenever this decides to come out. I'm aiming for this video to be out on Wednesday, but I don't know, because I don't want to post it on Wednesday and make light of the tragedy, because I'm gonna be joking and unserious this whole time, so I'm hoping Wednesday. Just know that, I'm sorry also if it comes out on Wednesday, because I don't wanna, yeah. Saw this movie with my best friend Sam, who I also saw Twisters with, so you know this is gonna be a wild one. They played the Minecraft movie trailer before this movie. Please help me, I'm in pain. This movie looks absolutely hideous looking at the trailer. Like, look at this green screen, look at the scaling, like, come on. The second we saw the green block, we just knew it was gonna be the Minecraft movie trailer. It's really sad that this is the actual movie and not, anything else. This movie looks so bad that even my teachers are talking about it. They're cooked. Oh yeah, what were we talking about again? Oh yeah, a movie with better CGI than this. I just want to say, I've always loved the original Beetlejuice movie since I was like 7 or something. I just thought it was so funny and like, it was also kind of scary. And I like the, funny scary mix, that's why I like Hocus Pocus and Nightmare Before Christmas. Anyway, if you don't know what Beetlejuice is, he's that guy. Yeah, easy enough. Anyway, this movie follows Lydia, a grown-up Lydia, still played by Winona Ryder, and her daughter played by, oh my gosh, it's Wednesday! Back to episode 17 of Jenna Ortega in a Tim Burton project. Yeah, I'm totally shocked. I love how they played the Minecraft movie trailer before this, which has Emma Myers in it. They clearly don't understand, that she's not Enid in real life and that she can be in actual stuff. But her acting in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder wasn't that good either. She was scary British. For some reason, the Maitlands don't come back in this movie, which is really weird. I mean, the husband did shoot somebody, so I think that's one of the reasons why. Also, his career's been doing pretty bad lately. He's the boss baby now. Anyway, the movie starts with Lydia on, like, her psychic show with this ugly dog that's, like, possessed or something, I don't know. She goes to the bathroom to do pills, and her, like, boyfriend starts making out with her. She gets a call from her stepmom, and oh my gosh, Kevin. So it turns out Lydia's biological father is dead. This would be sad if the actor wasn't a creep in real life. There's a really funny scene where Lydia's daughter Astrid keeps ignoring her calls and texts about her grandpa dying, and so Catherine O'Hara, I forgot the character's name, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna call her Miss McAllister. Miss McAllister starts screaming in, like, pain and agony for her, like, step-granddaughter to, like, come out of her room. It's kind of sad. So the funeral happens and stuff. Astrid and Lydia have a fight, and so she decides to go right off on her bike, and then she crashes it through, like, all these fences. I don't think that, like, logically works. Astrid meets this guy named Jeremy. Of course he looks like that, because I think legally Jenna Ortega can only be in movies and shows when she's dating a character that looks like this. Like, come on, this is basically Tyler if he didn't look like Tyler, Like, this is a specific breed of men. This is a specific breed of Tumblr sexy. I completely glossed over this one scene of this one French guy that, like, died, and then he meets Danny DeVito as a ghost. Dolores is canonically dead. Anyway, this is how we meet this character named Dolores. She's on screen for, like, 30 seconds in total. She has one line. There's this scene of her rebuilding herself. It goes on for way too long, and there's way too many foot shots. Who was this made for? Dan Schneider. Anyway, she sucks Danny DeVito to... Hold on a second. She sucks Danny DeVito to death. And what I mean by that is that she just, like, eats his soul or something. He's already dead, like... Anyway, she has a mission, it's just to find Beetlejuice. We'll learn more about why she wants him in a second. Let's just focus on the actual plot. Forgot to mention that, Lydia's boyfriend proposed to her at the funeral, and she may or may not have said yes, so, Anyway, he also confirms my suspicions about being a bad boyfriend when he, like, thinks he's trying to, like, cure her trauma by saying Beetlejuice 3 times, and then they wind up getting sucked into the model, and this is when we see the Beetle Man. Anyway, there's this really weird scene where he makes Lydia give birth to this weird Beetlejuice hybrid baby. It's kind of disturbing. But then they get out of the model because she says home 3 times. I don't think that was a rule in the original, but I don't know. Anyway, more stuff happens, and then we learn that, oh my gosh, Dolores is Beetlejuice's ex-wife. Yes, somehow he was able to secure a baddie. We get this weird, like, backstory scene of him being, like, a grave robber during the Black Plague, and then the baddie shows up, and then they get married the same night. They may or may not eat and kill animals at their wedding. You know, typical emo couple stuff. But it actually turns out she was evil, so she put poison in his drink, so he cuts her in half. Oh my gosh. Not in, like, the way that, like, her legs and her torso are separated. No, he goes right down the middle. So that makes sense why she was stitching herself back together now. I want Danny DeVito back. Yada yada yada. There's like a million side plots. We meet this detective played by Willem Dafoe for some reason. Yes,
Speedy Spider-Man.
Dolores kind of goes on a rampage trying to find Beetlejuice, so she kills this innocent shop owner, which is really sad. This poor guy. I mean, he was already dead, but yeah, it's just sad. Astrid goes to Jeremy's house on Halloween. The plan was originally for them to pass out candy to the kids, but they're clearly going to be doing a lot more than passing candy. They're going to be passing, So they start dancing, and then they start floating. It's revealed, Jeremy a ghost, oh my gosh. For some reason they go to the afterlife, I low-key forgot why, but it's all part of Jeremy's plan, because when Lydia goes back home, we learn that Jeremy killed his parents when he was alive, and the reason he's dead is because he broke his neck trying to run from the cops. If I had a nickel for every time Jenna Ortega fell in love with the twist villain, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right? Anyway, Astrid still doesn't know that Jeremy's evil, so Lydia decides that she's gonna need Beetlejuice to help her. Oh my gosh, the hero and the villain are teaming up. By the time they get to the afterlife, it's already too late, because Jeremy had already traded, Astrid's life with his, so now he gets to be alive if he leaves the afterlife, and, Astrid just kind of dies, I guess. And so they're about to put Astrid on the train to the afterlife, but Lydia shows up in the nick of time and saves her, and then they meet Astrid's dad again because he saves him from the sandworm. Then they realize they still have to stop Jeremy, so just as he's about to get, like, his passport stamped, and they, like, show up, and they're like, not so fast. He gets it stamped, and then he looks up, and then he reads it, and it's Beetlejuice in the I don't know why this is so funny. It's probably because the scene that is about to come next. So the stamp says "short out of luck," and the floor opens. The floor opens below him. And there's this green screen of him being dragged to hell. It's really funny. What other of the 5 million plots can I talk about? Oh yeah, the detective. They're still trying to find Beetlejuice because, like, well, Beetlejuice knows information they don't about Dolores. So I haven't talked about it in a hot minute because this movie's all over the place and I love it. Anyway, I forgot to mention Lydia signed a contract that basically says that she used to marry Beetlejuice. It'll come back later. You'll know. Anyway, some other stuff happens. Miss McAllister dies because, like, she's trying to do, like, some kind of ancient Egyptian ritual, and the snakes bite her on the neck. And then she dies. It's kind of sad. R.I.P. Queen. The saddest moment in the whole entire movie comes when Dolores sucks Bob away. Hold on. She sucks Bob to death. Me and Sam were literally, like, jaws open in the theater, upset about this. I love Bob. I love the weird skincare routine promos they're having on Google for him. Is it becoming a trend that I fall in love with, like, the weird Uwu boy characters of, like, every movie I've seen recently? This is basically just Ben from Twisters if he was dead. Anyway, they go back to the real world, and it's time for Lydia's wedding that I also may or may not have mentioned. I don't know, this movie's all over the place. And so they're in the church, and they're about to get married, and then Beetlejuice pulls up out of nowhere, and he's like, I'm gonna get married to Lydia instead of you, Buster. This is, like, really funny scene where he makes all these, like, influencers get sucked into their phones, and the trailers that look terrifying. And also the implications that they never come out of their phones makes me just assume that they're dead. Anyway, Dolores shows up, the cops show up, and now it's the big climax, the end of the movie. Wow. I forgot to mention Lydia's boyfriend, his name is Roy, by the way, just says that he outright doesn't love her in front of everybody. And so, you know, this happens. Anyway, Beetlejuice does that goofy thing where he forces them all to lip sync. Him and Lydia start floating. Oh yeah, she's wearing her old wedding dress again. You know, the red one that they like to sell at Spirit Halloween. Some stuff happens. They stop Beetlejuice. I honestly forgot how. This movie was way too insane to keep up with. Yeah, I forgot to mention Miss McAllister is here. The cop takes her back to the afterlife, and then she reunites with, Drake. There's this weird, like, dream sequence where, Astrid gets married to some guy, and then she gets pregnant and is about to give birth. And then the baby pops out, and it's this thing again. And it, like, mauls the dad and the doctor. And then Lydia wakes up, and oh no, Beetlejuice is in her bed, and then she actually wakes up, and then that's how the movie ends. I know. This wasn't a movie, this was an experience, one that I'll never forget because I think I'm traumatized. I rate this movie a 9 out of 10. The reason why I'm doing the ranking later in this video, not in the beginning, was because in the Twisters video I wanted to start off with the daddy look joke so you would know the trajectory of that entire video. I think my house is haunted. I just heard a thud. Help me. Maybe if I say daddy look 3 times, Anthony Ramos will show up and get the ghost out of my house. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the funny little gameplay on screen. I hope you enjoyed the editing. That's pretty much all I have to say. Hope you guys have a good day. And, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
I am Steve.
What the f?